As part of our Investec Art Fair experience, we had the opportunity to visit the studios of different artists, some of whom were South African, others of which were Zimbabwean. During our visits, we learned more about their work by experiencing the spaces that they work from. Studio visits allow art collectors to form a deeper understanding of the artist's work and are a critical part of art education. A few of the studios we visited included the following: an exhibition and working space of Art Harare Art Prize 2021 winners, Wilfred Timire and Franklin Zingai. Both of them are recipients of an Art Harare Art Prize, which aims to benefit emerging and mid-career artists who are working in Zimbabwe and its diaspora by increasing their profile and providing them with international exposure. We also visited the Cape Town studio of Ishe Masambu, a Zimbabwean artist who is represented by South African gallery Goodman Gallery. Ishe Masambu was born in 1980 in Penalonga, Zimbabwe, and his work is an exploration of the social-political setting of post-independence Zimbabwe. His practice encompasses drawing, painting, and sculpture. Ishe Masambu studied at Atelier Delta and Kunze Academy in Munich, where he initially specialized in the realist style and later developed a more avant-garde expressionist mode of representation with dramatic and graphic brushstrokes. Ishe Masambu's work has been well received, and he has exhibited in numerous shows, including Art Basel in 2018, 154 Contemporary African Art Fair in New York in 2016, Sao Paulo Biennale in 2016, and the Venice Biennale, where he represented Zimbabwe in 2011. We also visited the studio of Sue Williamson, who is also represented by Goodman Gallery. Sue was born in 1941 in Lichfield in the United Kingdom. She immigrated with her family to South Africa in 1948. In the 1970s, Williamson started to make work which addressed social change, and by the late 1980s, she was well known for her series of portraits of women involved in the country's political struggle. Her work ensures that Black women are not written out of history. Richard Mudariki is a Zimbabwean artist and entrepreneur who was born in Seke, Zimbabwe, and is based in Cape Town. He is the co-founder of Art Harare and holds a degree in archaeology, cultural heritage, and museum studies from Midland State University. He is known for his modernist paintings, which are full of social commentary on various issues in Africa. He has exhibited extensively in Zimbabwe and South Africa, and is now gaining international recognition with exhibitions in London, New York, Berlin, and Paris. Richard gave us a tour of his remarkable studio space, which was inspired by and represented a thoughtful account of how the pandemic affected different people.
X amount of people died in Italy, and we were like, okay, I'm not going outside. And if you go to the sort of the supermarket, and someone just, you were like, okay, I'm gonna go stand a little bit far. So we're glad it's gone, but also it went very quickly. So in January was sort of where we, on the 9th, according to my diary, I sort of heard about a virus in China. So I've never been to China. So my only connection with China is with Chinese porcelain. Yeah. And that's why there's a Chinese porcelain from Wuhan, is where the virus was first sort of detected. And then the World Health Organization, around the 28th, 29th of January, just made a statement that there is a virus that has been from bats, I think, to pigs, and now has gone to humans. And so for me, that is that horn that people make an announcement back in the day. But they would blow it, and then the people will know the sound, and they know that something is wrong. Yeah. So there was an element I tried to prove the culture of Zim in there as well. Not only of Zim, I think many other cultures do that. And in December, obviously, was the US elections, with all the controversy of the online votes and everything, and November being shocking in the fact that they stormed the state capitol. So I have that guy with his tattoo on his behind, says, make America great again.
Oh, this is such a thoughtful...
with a little bit of reference to pop art as well, because this is the popping of the stuff.
Yeah.
And I think March was when we started. I think Zimbabwe locked down on the 30th. So that's why I actually have 2 locks on the 30th. Like, lock it. Nobody's coming in or out. I think South Africa, it should have been on 17th or the 26th. So, I don't know if you can also see there is people who are stuck. Because a lot of people got trapped as well. If you were traveling and they locked down when you were not in the country, you were stuck wherever you are. And it was quite something. And in April, then we started, those sort of horrific figures of people passing away. And mostly in Europe, Italy, I think was the worst. Yeah, it was really bad. And my highlight of that was just using the symbol of death with the skulls and then placing them on the dates. That every day you were hearing crazy amounts of dates happening. And in May we had that George Floyd incident. And at that time we were all playing games. I don't know if you guys played games during lockdown.
Yeah, it was well.
Yeah, crossword puzzles or cards or on your phone. And I also was playing a lot of crossword puzzles, and I decided to make a crossword puzzle of the words Black Lives Matter. Black should be there somewhere if you look for it. And lives and matter. It was quite unfortunate at that time, but it was highlighted because at least everybody was home. Sort of shown how some things that are bad actually got highlighted during the lockdown. Well, I would say in South Africa, there was a rise in gender-based violence. People were locked in their houses, but they actually do not, like in the informal settlement, there's no houses that you can call houses.
Yes,
Where people are staying in a shack, and there was a lot of domestic abuse, and that really bad. Actually, they called it a pandemic, a second pandemic. There was an official statement by the state president who said, "You have the COVID, but we also have another pandemic of gender-based violence."
We also visited the studios of Zizipho Pozwa and Andile Dliavane, both of whom are ceramic artists who are represented by Southern Guild and are also the co-founders of Imiso Ceramics. Zizipho was born in 1979 in Mthatha and studied surface design at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology. She is a Cape Town-based ceramic artist whose large-scale hand-coiled sculptures are bold creations of African women. She is inspired by the daily Xhosa rituals she witnessed as a young girl growing up in the Eastern Cape province of South Africa and the life-sustaining roles that Xhosa women play in traditional and contemporary life. Born in 1978 in the small village of Mkobozana near Qoboqobo in the rural Eastern Cape province of South Africa, Andile Dliavane grew up farming and looking after his father's cattle herd, developing a deep connection to the land and his Xhosa culture, which resonates powerfully through his work today. His medium of clay is at its most fundamental and life-affirming connection to the soil. It also provides a medium for storytelling. It is an essential link to his past, present, and future. Dliavane completed a national diploma in art and design at Sivuyile Technical College in Gugulethu, Cape Town, followed by a national diploma in ceramic design from Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University in 2003. Both Andile and Zizipho's artworks are well thought out and are spiritual one-of-a-kind pieces, which are collected by collectors from all over the world. Our visit to the studio included a wonderful ceremony and allowed us to see Zizipho's latest work, which explores the practices of hair making among African women, contemplating the complex terrain of beauty and hair and their distinct intersections. Visiting Andile and Zizipho's studio was exciting and allowed us to learn more about Xhosa customs and rituals. If you enjoyed our video, please make sure you like, leave us a comment, and subscribe to our channel.